Dear students, good morning. So in this video class we are going to see the continuation of the previous lesson, India's international relationship. So in the previous class we have seen India's relationship with its neighboring countries. So all its neighboring countries, each and every one we saw in the previous class. And in our today's class we are going to see India's relationship, her relationship with developed countries like USA, Australia, Japan and other European countries. You all know the developed countries. Developed countries has a highly economical development and they have high development in technological development. So India always tries to keep a good relationship and striving to maintain that with these countries. Let's see one by one. First let's take USA, India's relationship with USA. First Comcasa, communication, compatibility and security agreement between India and USA. So the armies, the security forces, India and America has agreed to share their views, they have agreed to give their information each regarding the militaries of two countries. Comcasa, C-O-M-C-A-S-A, Comcasa, communication compatibility and security agreement between USA and India. So that shows how the relationship between USA and India. Next let's see about European countries. European countries, some of the important France and Britain, with other European countries, how far India's relationship. There has been a significant progress in all areas, particularly the growing cooperation and exchange include defense, counter-terrorism, nuclear energy and space. French space launch pads are used by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization is, the French pads, space things are used by our ISRO. India and France are cooperating on developing smart cities. The smart cities, so in the development of cities, smart cities in India, like Chandigarh, Nagpur and Puducherry, France has helped us. And India and France launched the International Solar Alliance, which brings together countries between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So the European countries, particularly France and other countries, tried to bring the Tropic of Cancer, the countries which are on the Tropic of Cancer, which are near and on the Tropic of Cancer and which are on and near the Tropic of Capricorn together. So it wants to bring these countries together. So next let's see about Australia. India and Australia have built strategical trust over the years slowly yet steadily. It is a slow relationship but a steady relationship between India and Australia. Australia and India are committed to working together to enhance maritime cooperation with India's bilateral naval exercise. AUS Index. The agreement between Australia and India is known as AUS Index. So next let's see about Japan. Japan's relationship with India. India decided to introduce the Japan's Shinkansen system. It is the highest class of high-speed railway system with safety and accuracy. So India planning to follow the Shinkansen system of Japan. It is a high speed, in a railway. So India is trying to follow the system of Japan, Shinkansen system. Delhi Metro is one of the most successful examples of Japanese cooperation. Mumbai, Ahmedabad, high-speed railway is another area of cooperation. So in all these, India start the idea of Japan. So the government of Japan has offered 20 seats per year to Indian nationals. So every year from India, 20 students can seek a higher education in Japan. So 20 seats have been provided to Indian students by Japan. So in the manufacturing sector, Japan announced its cooperation of training 30,000 Indian people in the Japan-India Institute of Managing, which is in short called JIM. So in JIM, Japan-Indian Manufacturing Company, how many? 30,000 Indian people are given opportunity, have been given opportunity. So Japanese style manufacturing skills to enhance India's manufacturing industry base and contribute to Make in India and Skill in India initiatives. Make in India and Skill. Make in India and Skill in India. So through this gym, 30,000 people are given training to use their potential at most. So next let's see, in 2017 the first 4 gyms were started in the states of Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu. So in these 4 important states of Tamil Nadu, this gym has been started. And JEC, 2 Japanese endowed courses in engineering colleges, was established in Andhra Pradesh. So from this we can understand the relationship between Japan. We have a very good relationship with Japan. Recent initiatives include the establishment of 3 India-Japan joint laboratories in the area of information and communication technology. Now let's see about India's relationship with West Asia, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, the relationship with India with these countries. So West Asia includes Egypt too, and the Arabian Peninsula, Turkey and Iran. India and West Asia enjoy prehistorical ties. So the relationship between India and West Asia, it's not a new one. So from prehistoric, before history has been started, writing, before that itself, the relationship, India had a good relationship with West Asia. We had trade with, so you would have studied about Sumerians and Indus Valley civilization, which denotes a prehistoric period. In that time itself, India, there was a trade relationship between West Asia and India. So, trade relationship were established between the civilization of Mesopotamia and Indus Valley, as I told you before. West Asia stands as a region of considerable significance for India, economically as well as strategically. West Asia is gateway to landlocked and energy-rich Central Asia. So, Central Asia. See, West Asia is a landlocked, places. So, with the advent of the new millennium, there has been extraordinary turnaround in the relationship between the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, countries and India. A trilateral trade between 3 countries is called trilateral. A trilateral agreement called the Chabahar, an agreement between 3 countries. Chabahar agreement was signed between India, Afghanistan and Iran. Which are the countries signed here? India, Afghanistan, and Iran. Trilateral Agreement, Chabahar, which has led to the establishment of transit and transport corridor among three countries using Chabahar port. This port is seen as a golden gateway for India to access landlocked markets of Afghanistan and Central Asia by passing Pakistan. Without passing Pakistan, we can have, we can use this port, Chabahar port, for our trade. So in this way, it is a golden gateway to India without using Pakistan. Okay, next, one of the oldest maritime trading routes ran from ancient Sumeria to Bahrain to the Indus civilization called Meluha. It is an additional information. So it shows that we had trade relationship and trade route to the West Asia. Okay. So in medieval times commence a noted scholar M.S. Agwani. The Indian expertise in medicine, mathematics and astronomy was highly valued by Arab and Iranian scholars. M.S. Agwani was an Indian. He was highly prized by the Arab country people, Arab scholars who eventually made it part of their own intellectual traditions. So far we have seen India's relationship with its important all the neighboring countries, not only important, all the neighboring countries, and also its relationship with developed countries, USA, European countries, Australia, Japan and West Asia. Now let's see India's, the membership with, in some of the international organizations like Brics, OPEC, SAARC. Let's see one by one. India and international organization. India is a potential superpower and has a growing international influence all around the world. Being a very newly industrialized country, India has a great history of collaboration with several countries. It has acted as prominent member of several international organizations, as I told you before. NAM, Non-Alignment Movement. NAM, okay, SAARC, so UNO, Brics, OPEC, in all this, India is a member. So Brics, let's first take Brics. Brazil, Russia, India, Brics. Brazil, Russia, India, China and South America. South Africa, sorry. Brazil, all of you know, South America is, it is located, Brazil is located in South America. So these 5 countries, BRICS consists of these 5 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So, reason for the formation of BRICS. What is the main reason for the formation of BRICS? To be an alternative to World Bank and IMF. In the history 3rd lesson itself, you have read about World Bank, IMF, which are started after the Second World War. So it is a substitute, okay, not substitute. So these 5 countries wanted to form this BRICS formation, as they wanted to, it is a challenge to these two, World Bank and IMF. So to provide self-owned and self-managed organizations to carry out developmental and economical plans in its member nations. So what is the main aim so the main reason for the formation of BRICS to bring development in all these 5 countries. The member country, these are the 5 countries are members, So next, objectives of BRICS to achieve regional development of the member countries, to act as a bridge between developed and developing countries, to contribute extensively to development of humanity. So one of the important objective aim of BRICS is to act for the humanity. Okay. So next one, to establish a more equitable and fair world, boost intra-BRICS trade in their local currencies to increase trade cooperation and cope with the current international financial crisis, to promote the technological information exchange among the member states. So the acronyms BRICS, this is, it is an acronym, So it is actually invented by Jim O'Neill. Jim O'Neill. He says, in the year 2050, Jim O'Neill says, in the year 2050, Brazil, Russia, India and China will be ruling, will have developed more than some of the European countries. So in the dollar, as what to say, in the year 2050, Brazil, Russia, India and China would become bigger than the 6 most industrial countries of the world. So in the year 2050, it is the prediction of Jim O'Neill. Let's see after 30 years what's going to happen. Okay, so to enhance inclusive economic growth that will lead to an increase in the creation of jobs, fight against poverty and accelerate the economic transformation of members. So these are the important objectives, aims of BRICS formation. The financial architecture of BRICS, the new development bank, NDB, new development bank, NDB is a multilateral development bank. Its primary focus is lending for infrastructure projects. It aims to contribute to development plans established nationally through projects that are socially, environmentally and economically sustainable. It gives priority to projects aimed at developing renewable energy sources. So, BRICS payment system. At the 2015 BRICS Summit conference, ministers from the BRICS, ministers from these 5 countries initiated consultation for a payment system that would be an alternative to the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, SWIFT. So, the factors that bolster cooperation among members. First, the common need among developing countries to construct an economic order that reflects the current situation will drive the BRICS efforts. In this matter, the idea of NDB and the CRA are defining changes that will have huge geo-economic and geopolitical impact. So, second, the BRICS alternative idea in the landscape of global governance will attract support from other countries. Third, the expansion of BRICS interaction to other sectors will make it more strong partnership. So far we have seen about BRICS. Now let's see about OPEC. OPEC, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. OPEC. Organization of Petroleum Exporting Country. Exporting countries. So, which are the country? Baghdad, Iraq, headquartered in Vienna. So OPEC's headquarters is situated in Vienna. Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Venezuela are the OPEC's founder members. There are 3 categories of memberships: founder members, full members and associate members. At present there are 15 members in OPEC. OPEC membership is open to any country that exports crude oil. So, who exports crude oil? Not only these countries, the other countries who export crude oil can join the organization called OPEC. OPEC's mission. What is the mission means? What is the aim, objective of OPEC? To coordinate oil policies in its member countries. So, coordination among the countries which export oils, and to ensure the fair income from the investment. The countries which have invested money without facing any loss, it ensures the fair income to the members countries. An efficient economic and regular supply of oil to consuming nations. So, without any breakage of the supply of oil, crude oil to the consumption in nations. India, for example, India is one of the consuming of oil. We get oil from that country. So, from the OPEC. So, it ensures the supply of oil without any break. Next, a fair return on capital to those investing in the petroleum industry. How does OPEC help other countries? Okay, what is OPEC's help to other countries? The OPEC Fund for International Development, OPID. OPID. Is an institution that helps finance projects with low interest. It also provides grants to social and humanitarian projects. OPEC has an information center with over 20,000 volumes, including books, reports, maps and conference proceedings related to petroleum, energy and oil market. So, the information center is open to the public and is often used by researchers and students. So, these books are used by the students who undergo studies about petroleum and other crude oil and other things. So, next, India's relationship with the OPEC. What are India's relationship with OPEC? Let's see. India is one of the biggest consumer. So in that way the relationship with OPEC is a very significant one, and we import 86% of crude oil, 70% of natural gas, 95% of cooking gas from OPEC countries. So India has been identified, so the OPEC has identified India as an important nation to them because we are the great consumer of oil. Okay, we get nearly this much from OPEC. So, India is an important country to them. India does not have enough oil reserves. India can't produce oil. So, we cannot produce oil. So, we focus mainly on industrial sector and primary sector. So agricultural related work we concentrate always. So, in that case, we expect and we are in need of oil from the countries which export oil to us, OPEC especially. So, conclusion, apart from economic and trade cooperation, India also aspires to keep a warm relationship with other countries always. India always wants a warm and cordial relationship with other countries of the world. So, one more additional information about OPEC. It is the result, the logo of OPEC. Logo, international design competition held in 1969 to design the logo of OPEC, and Austrian designer Swoboda won the competition with her design. She won the competition which combined the different letters of the organization. So, OPEC comes in the logo in a name in a rounded design. She has designed very uniquely and beautifully, and she has won the prize for the design of opaque. Apart from this, the important global groupings in which India is a member: IBSA, India, Brazil, South Africa; BZIM, Bangladesh, China, India and Myanmar; MGC, India, Cambodia, Laos, PDR, Myanmar, Thailand and Vietnam; BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. In this, Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan and Nepal. RCEP, RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership: Australia, Brunei, Cambodia, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. EAS, East Asia Summit, 10 Asian nations plus 8 strategic partners including US, China, India and Japan. GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates and India. BBIN, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal. And SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, India, Kazakhstan, China, Pakistan, Russia and Uzbekistan. So the relationship, from this we can understand India's relationship with all these countries. So dear students, I hope the entire lesson will be understood from these two videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you.